The first week of a new anime season is finally over, but that doesn't mean there's no new anime to talk about. After watching quite a bit more this weekend, here's a look at 5 new series starting this autumn. And hopefully I have my audio volume set correctly this time. First up, we have a delayed start to a series that looks too sweet for words, Magic of Stella. Tamaki Honda is a new girl starting high school, and she's a bit of a country hick. She has a very pronounced accent, so it's quite a theme this season, and is a bit overwhelmed by the new experiences ahead of her, especially as the new school is overflowing with more clubs and a poker tournament. Both Tamaki and her friend Yumine are artsy girls. Whilst Yumine has a clear idea of what she wants to do with art, usually involving 2 guys and a whole lot of subtext, Tamaki is a little more unsure. She tries a game by a doujin games club, called the S&S Club, more about that later, and is surprised that it came from people just a couple of years older than her. Inspired with an idea of what she wants to do, she joins up. The S&S Club, or the Some Dead Fish Eyes Not Enough Sun Shuttle Run Club, apparently there's some kind of story behind it, but it's never actually explained. They're an odd bunch of girls, but all seem nice in their own unique way. From a pessimistic programmer and director to an easily inspired writer and often overlooked composer, the girls have all their own personality quirks, which I'm sure we'll get into in coming weeks. There have been a lot of creative series in recent years. I think both the superb Shirobako and How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend clearly inspired this series. There have been even more series recently as well. The creators of the series may not have been inspired by those series directly, but if not, the money men behind funding the anime clearly were inspired to get more shows like that on the air, and so we have. Magic of Stella is looking to be a very cute series, with potentially a lot in common with last season's new game, which is by no means not a welcome connection, as that series was a whole lot of fun. The pastel style of animation is an interesting touch, but it works here as there's not a whole lot of excitement or movement at the moment, and it's looking to be a nice replacement for a Monday evening relaxation series. It's currently airing on Dosuke every Monday. Next up, we move on to a show that I can only describe as interesting, Flip Flappers. I'm not quite sure how to start on this one actually. It's a very uniquely looking series, where our 2 lead girls are shown in completely opposite lights. You're a studious and normal girl Kokona, studying hard at a normal school, going home normally, and living with a normal family, well, a nan it seems like. And then seems to start getting a bit strange. You're a strange girl Paprika as well, who we first see surfing through the sky on a sky surfboard, seemingly invisible to everybody else except Kokona. The meeting between the 2 girls later in the first episode really shows up the differences. Paprika is super cheerful and pushy, whilst Kokona, all she wants to do is go home and go home to her gran. At times Paprika comes across as almost animalistic in her approach, which further increases her oddity. And at this point, cue a strange robot thing, TT392. If you even had the slightest idea where this is going, well, good news, just like the rest of us, you don't anymore. What follows can only really be considered to be an acid trip through a sweet snowscape full of frozen tree beasts and silly fun. The 2 girls grow to be friendly with each other, and towards the end of it, even though she hasn't quite come to terms with Paprika's strangeness, Kokona unleashes some unknown power of her own to save the day. At the end of the first episode, normally I have some idea what series wants to go with, but with this one, I don't know. There's a lot of Yuri subtext in here, but it's a cute series with 2 cute female leads. I'd be worried if there wasn't Yuri subtext. But other than that, I suppose it could go in similar strange exploration directions to what humanity has declined in a few years ago. If you want to experience it for yourself, check it out on Crunchyroll on Thursdays. In every anime season, there's always that one show that focuses on the 2 main selling points for a certain type of demographic. And Keijo really does take that literally into a point, by supplying a sports anime where weapons of choice literally are tits and asses. Also called Hip Whip Girl, Keijo is a sport where young women compete to thrust their competitors into water, using only the previously mentioned body parts. Yep, this really is as ridiculous as it sounds. But in the world of Keijo, it's serious business, one that provides a huge prize pool that our lead girl, Nozomi Kaminashi, has her eyes on. She's very much in it for her money, not to say she doesn't like the competitive aspects of it as well. In episode 1, we are also introduced to a whole array of secondary characters, who are sure to become both friends with Nozomi, but also rivals at various points, most of which are shown to be superior to Nozomi with sport. That gives Nozomi just something to aim for. shows that Nozomi has some hidden potential he's sure to unlock at the right moment each time. The fights are really what people will be watching this series for, and let's face it, personality comes second when it's about how capable you are at forcing your ass into another ass and show that your chest is best and you can beat the rest. Not quite sure how much more of this I can take, but once you get beyond the stupid premise, it actually feels like there's a decent sports series hiding beneath the covers. If he gets a chance to show this, I have no doubt Keijo could be very good, but it all depends on just how long you are willing to wait for that payout. Keijo is streaming on Crunchyroll on Thursdays. Next up is Long Riders, the latest show to take the K-On! Approach to cute girls joining a club and only really changing the characters and setting. Sometimes it isn't really a bad thing. Early on in this year we had a fantastic Bakuwan series, which took the formula to a world of motorcycles. Long Riders repeats this and does so, but without the horsepower to push the idea forward. One thing that is interesting, but not really shown much of the artwork, is that Long Riders actually take place in a college, not a high school like K-On! And Bakuwan. This isn't really shown in the series, however, as the girls could easily have just been in high school, given how they're designed. Our lead girl this time out is Ami Kawata, a not too smart girl with a seemingly intelligent little sister who finds something that catches her eye. She learns about the world of bicycles. However, unlike the aforementioned series, bikes aren't really something that seems out of place to a person, so to find some extra kind of hook to draw her into the world of bikes. It isn't needed for light music or motorcycles. The draw this time is that Ami finds one girl's folding bike to be cute. Yep, she gets on cycling and she finds a bike cute. We then enter a magical world of cycling with a tutorial of how not to take a trip on a bike. Don't go tired, don't go hungry, and don't go all guns blazing. But strangers do go without helmets. I don't actually recall seeing a single helmet in the series, which distracted me a bit, as I think a show about riding a bike wouldn't want to fall off at the first leg. It's hard to watch Long Ride without drawing comparisons to its predecessors. That's helped even less by the fact that our other lead girl, Aoi, is basically Mio from K-On! I know Mio has a lot of commonly used design points in anime, there's no ways about it. Aoi is Mio. Not quite sure what to think of Long Riders, really. It's a fun little series, one that has no real originality so far of its own. You can draw comparisons not only between K-On! And Bakuwan, but also to Yowamushi Pedal. If you want to try the series out for yourself, check it out on Daisuke on Saturdays. Finally today we have Poco's Udon World. Not a theme park, but a slice of life series featuring a young man returning to his hometown who finds a kid hiding in his family's now closed udon restaurant. There's not really much more to say in terms of premise, but it looks to be a real sweet Iyashike series where Sota, our main character, learns to love udon again, along with the energetic young Poco. Poco actually has a secret of his own. Is that Tanuki transforms into a little kid. Something we learned towards the end of the first episode, but not something which is a huge spoiler because it's all over the promo art and credits for this series. If you want to relax on a weekend but just melt into a puddle of smiles, Poco's Udon World is definitely worth your bet. Poco is simply adorable, very much a childlike character, similar levels to Clannad's Ushio and Bunny Drop's Rin. Bunny Drop in particular looks to be an apt comparison for this series, as both feature professionals suddenly meeting a young child and having a life-changing experience with them. This is by far the best first episode of the season so far, and that includes the first episodes of Sound Euphonium and Vivid Strike, both which I've really enjoyed. The only thing which really came close to it was Zeta, but the drama has to make way for the smiles when Pukon's Udon World is available. And you can try Pukon's Udon World for yourself on Crunchyroll on Saturday. Well, that's another 5 series ticked off. There's still a few more series on a try, so hopefully we'll be back with one more preview later on this week. Until then, thank you very much for watching, remember to like and subscribe for more videos like the same, and let me know what shows you recommend in the comments. Until then, bye bye.